Great morning. Let me get some shout outs. Thank you guys for being here, being on time. Great morning, MITHARLY. Great morning, Tiger. Great morning, Anthony King. Great morning, Anthony Sharp. Great morning, Mommy. Great morning, Crystal. Great morning, Ernest. Great morning, Joseph. Great morning, LAQUITA. Great morning, Talia. Great morning, Maria. Great morning. All right, gang. This is our 7 a.m. call. This is where we throw the ball around to the leadership team. Obviously, hopefully you got your pen and papers ready, your student mindset ready, because it's time to get it, right? So I don't see anybody new on this call, so we can't welcome any of our newcomers, but at this point, I always like to make sure we welcome our newcomers. And then without further ado, I'm going to throw the ball over to CHARLENE McCamary, our talent acquisition. Great morning, Mommy.
Great morning, son. Great morning, everyone. How's everybody this morning? Live and alert?
Ready to learn
something? Yes, good.
Good, good. Let me feel that vibe. Feel that vibe. This morning, I would like to speak to you about focusing on your goals. And I have 12 steps to focusing on your goals. First, you need to understand what motivates you. Something has to give you that feeling, I want to do this. I got to get going at this. So, you know, you might decide that you're going to do a project, but you know, you don't do it, motivate yourself, you do something and you feel like you did a great job at it, you get it done. Reward your own self for it. You know, you might take yourself out to a special dinner that night. You might decide I'm going to eat steak tonight instead of chicken, you know. But just reward yourself. It doesn't have to be anything major, just something to make you feel like you did accomplish what you were setting out to do. So understand what motivates you, what keeps you going. Write down your goals would be the second thing. Writing your goals down will always help. You will be able to see, you know, the goals that you have in front of you visibly. You'll be able to look at it, read them over and over. You'll be able to see if you're accomplishing them, if you're getting to the place where you want to be with them, or you just stagnant with it and you're stuck. Then you need to reevaluate what your goals are at that time. So just write them down, read over them daily if you need to, get your whiteboard or whatever, put it up, look at it from time to time, all throughout the day, whenever you walk past that spot, and just remind yourself, I need to get this done. I'm moving a little slow on getting this done. Just keep pushing your own self. Anytime you set a goal, it's about pushing yourself. No one else can accomplish your goal for you. You have to be the one that accomplishes your goal. And if you create a plan, follow that plan. If you said that you're going to do something in a certain time frame, you give yourself a week to get something done, well, then try to have it completed in that week. But if you don't get it completed in that week, don't get stressed out about it. Don't let it worry you. Just make sure that you stay on focus, stay on target for future goals that you're setting for yourself when you follow that plan. Now, time management is the fifth thing. It is very important that you manage your time wisely, because playtime, when it's work time, does not go together. You cannot do both at the same time. You got to be able to separate things where they are different. They're in different spaces, because your mindset should be different in each one of those categories. When you're with your friends, you got one mindset, but when you're working and you're trying to accomplish a goal, your mindset should be to focus and to make sure that you are accomplishing what you need to accomplish. Then, of course, once you set that time management skills and get those good together, we all know, we think that we don't never have enough time. But the hours in a day, the hours in a year, the weeks and the months, they never change. They're going to be the same every month. No one is going to get any extra time, no more than you will. Whatever time that you receive, they receive as well. So everybody's time is valuable. So make sure that you are managing your time. Now, when you bring your test to your completions, you know, always finish what you start. If you start a bunch of things and you never finish them, you're not getting anywhere. So always make sure that when you start something, you finish it. Even if it takes you a little longer than you were planning on, still finish it. You'll feel much better. You'll feel just as good if you'd have finished it on time. Once you finish it, never give up. Always keep going. And a very important thing is to consider your work environment. Make sure that where you're trying to work at, you can work peacefully. If you're around, you know, even so much as your desk can make you feel good. If you work and you're sitting at a desk or whatever, if that desk is all cluttered, you're gonna feel cluttered. So clean your desk up, stack some stuff to the side, make it look a little neat, even if you don't have it organized, make it look neat, make you feel better, make sure you got room, you got air to breathe. So you wanna make sure you keep your work area clean. You want, if you got other people around you, try putting on some headsets, some music, listen to something that calms you down, something that gets your mind off of anything else in the room. You want to be focused on what you're doing, not what's going on around you. You want to focus on what you're doing. That's how you keep your concentration going. And always measure your goals. Measure your goals. You know, this can give you an accurate timeline, you know, for completing your goals if you measure your goals. You know, you want to keep working toward them at all times. So, you know, you always want to know that you're getting something done, whether it be if you plan a big project and you say, well, I'm going to launch me a business by the end of the year. You can't think about it as launching the business. You got to think about the steps that you need to take in order to launch that business. You know, you got things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be able to get your plans together. You're going to have to be able to hire the people that you need. You're going to have to be able to make sure that you got your websites up, anything that it takes for your business to be successful. You can work on those things. And as you work on those things, that's launching your business, which is your final goal. But you got things you got to do and steps you got to take in order to get to that final goal. So don't stress yourself with trying to do the big thing first. Do all the little things that come together to make the big thing in the end, which, you know, in this case, I use the example of launching a business. You know, you can't just go and say, I open a business today. This is my business. I got a business day. You got to know how to do and the things and steps to take in order to be able to do it. And then visualize the results. Think about what it would look like once you accomplish that goal. Once, if you just focus on your goal, when you think about, oh man, if I get this done, I'm going to be a millionaire one day because I know I can make this happen. I know this is what it's going to take to make this happen. Always visualize what the big picture is, what's going to make you feel good about accomplishing and staying focused. But you got to always stay focused. And then the final one is evaluate your progress. Look at what you've done. Look back over that list that you made in the early beginning. See how much of it you actually completed. How many steps did you skip? How many steps did you have to add? Because sometimes you have to reevaluate. You may need to readjust some things. It may not be the right way that you had planned originally, but you don't give up. You find another way to reevaluate. And all this comes from staying focused. If you do not stay focused on that goal, you will never be able to accomplish that goal. You got to stay focused on the goal. So that's all I have for you this morning. I hope you all have goals that you are focusing on. I want you to please stay focused on your goals. Keep your eye on the prize, and let's keep growing with this company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's give it up. I want to make sure that we drop some fire in the chat. Guys, go ahead and give it up. Drop some fire in the chat. With that being said, guys, let me just say this first and foremost, right? Producers know how to stay focused. Let me say that again. Producers know how to stay focused. You got producers and you got consumers, right? Right? Some people are consumers, meaning they go to buy. Some people like to produce the actual product that people actually buy. We got a few producers on this call, right? We got people like Joseph on this call. Monday 7 sales. You don't think he knows how to stay focused? You don't think he knows how to have a routine for his day, how to master his time, right? People like Crystal, they know how to master their time. They know how to stay focused. They know a distraction when they see one. So guys, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. I want to throw the ball around right now. I want to throw the ball over to Crystal. Crystal, what you got for us this week?
I got for y'all this week. How y'all doing this morning? I got for y'all this week. I'm going to talk about the gigs. So let's shirt that LAQUITA made for me. She made me a shirt that say, let's gig it. and this is the guy from Family Guy. I guess it's something that he say. So she made me a shirt that say "Let's gig it." So all week long, I've been working on gigs, and with me doing the gigs, I've noticed that the gig sale, you can get a free month. It don't always pop up, but it's been popping up a lot that they give you a free month. So what I've been doing to increase my gig sales is when I see it pop up is let them know if you get this gig, you know, you can get a free month. Then you can apply your ACP code, because you can't apply your ACP code with another free product. You have to wait until that promotion is over. Then you can apply your free ACP code. Then I tell them whether or not you get a $50 Verizon gift card or $100 Verizon gift card. When that gift card come, you can apply your gift cards to your bill. So when I tell them that, they be more excited to get the gig versus the 300 over 300 or a free product. I don't think a whole lot of people right now is really interested in the 300 over 300 because, you know, a lot of people are working from home. They need their internet service. You know, they say a lot of people, you know, be glitching. They have important jobs. They don't want to glitch. So they don't have a problem with the 300 over 300 or paying. So all week, for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been having ACPs. I've been having just doing straight gigs and letting them know, listen, I'm gonna throw you in this free month. And they happy with that. So I think if you try something different and when you're reading what you're actually selling the customer and letting them know this is what I can offer you, they're up the gig too. So I told everybody on my team that, and so far everybody on my team been successful in getting a gig, whether it's 1 gig, 2 gigs, or what, a day or whatever, but they've been doing it. So try it, and you know your gig sales to go up. Let's gig it.
Yeah, you guys got to drop some fire in that chat. If you're listening close, you just made some money. I promise you, if you're listening close to Crystal, you just made some money. Make sure that you guys drop some fire in the chat. I mean, I think it was Monday that we looked at, right? I think VA did total of 14 sales, 8 of them being gigs. These are real numbers. This is real data. I want you guys to understand something. That's a phenomenal increase. That's a great way for you guys to increase your check, right? To really bring it home. That's like making almost 2 sales inside of 1, simply by making sure that you know how to pitch your customers. Absolutely. Let's gig it, guys.
So, okay, also too, so my goal today was to sell 37. So I calculated, I'm not selling nothing but gigs. So all week, my sales been just gigs. From Sunday to yesterday, been all gigs. So my total that I'm shooting for is 37. That's my goal for the week is 37. I timed my 37 by 250 because most of my gig customers get your files. If I do my 37 sales this week, that's $9,250 that I made.
Guys,
good money.
give it up for that.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think you guys fully understand. Again, it goes back.
Oh, yeah.
It goes back to focusing, guys, right? She texted me on Monday. This is Crystal. I'm gonna show you guys our text message. I hope you don't mind, Crystal, right? She texted this on Monday. Can you guys see it? You see those numbers? You see those numbers?
Yes.
250 times 37. That's the ability to focus. That's being able to see what's unseen already. I teach you guys all the time, right? It's nothing more than math. You want it? Do the math. Great job, Crystal. Salute.
Thanks.
Great job. If you're listening, you're picking up money, right? I seen Yosef is picking up in his gigs. Who else, guys? All right, let me throw the ball around. You guys know I like to shake it up. I'm shaking it up. LAQUITA, what you putting down for us this morning?
Greetings, gang. So today I'm gonna be talking about facing your fears.
Morning.
So talking about facing your fears, 1, if it makes you uncomfortable, do it. If it makes you feel like you're gonna fail or anything like that, do it. You never know it unless you try. So never be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's how you grow. only flowers grow in crazy conditions. You can see, like, even in the snow, the grass might die in winter, but when spring come back, it grows again. So life goes through many different changes. You go through many different changes in life. You might have your bad days, you might have your good days, but at the end, it always comes back with a sunny day. Like every rainstorm, it comes back with a sunny day. So with that being said, like, face your fears. Whatever makes you uncomfortable, do it. You'll grow. You'll get better results if you put yourself in situations to where you're learning, you're getting more knowledge on how to do something. You're putting yourself in a situation you've never been in before. So you're learning. That's the only way you're gonna learn, is if you do it. So never hinder yourself from being able to grow. And that's all I have today.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Right? Give it up for Quita. Drop it inside the chat right now. Absolutely. I believe in that. Facing your fears. I'll always like to say, man, you want to do the hard things. Why? Because hard equals happy. I've never had it easy and was happier. It just didn't happen that way. Anytime someone tried to sell me that easy dream, it never worked out for me. Ah, man, come over here. It's easy. I wasn't satisfied. It didn't give me enough. It wasn't plentiful enough on that side, right? I have to do the hard things. I love it. Thank you for that. Let me make sure that I throw the ball around. Great morning, Tharley. Let's get it.
Great morning, Quincy. Great morning, everybody. My name is MITHARLY, extension 3 at the call center. And this morning, I just wanted to go over what's been going on with the smart cards and the iPads and ACP. So I don't know if you guys heard, drop it in the chat if you already know. We don't have to do the smart cards. I can't say we're not supposed to, but we don't have to do it. You know, since we've been having a lot of troubles with the smart cards pulling up, not pulling up, you don't have to do it. So just check the customer's address. And then once you're done checking the address, make sure that they can get files. If you do have a tablet, you can just go straight to your iPad without even having to go to Verizon.com. If you have a tablet, I'll go over that first. So if you have a tablet, just go straight to your tablets or iPads, put in the customer's name, put in the phone number, press next, and then it's gonna ask you to put in the zip codes because, you know, no smart card is gonna pull up since you didn't create one. You just put the zip code, put the address, and then press next. You know, just keep pressing next, make sure that it says services available, Fios, internet, because I know because we don't have a smart card, we can overlook that page that pops up and shows you what services is available at that address. So make sure you double check that to make sure they can get it. And then you press next, you go into the products page, and then you take off all the other products, all the other services that pops up that your customer doesn't need. And then you put in what they need, which is a 300, or if it's a gig, we never really had to do the smart cards for gigs because installation fees instantly waived for that. Right? So if you do have a 300, just make sure that you see the 300. And if you do see the $99 installation fee, don't panic. If you see the installation fee, it's okay, because at the end, it's gonna add up the installation fee plus your Wi-Fi price. If it's the 300, the $60 plus the $99, right? Just make sure you let your customers know they have to apply that ACP. After installation is going to waive their installation fee. So they won't have to pay for that $99 as long as they apply their ACP. Do you guys understand that? That's if you do have the iPads. And if you're calling into the call center, you can just call us and then give us your customer's number, the name, the zip code, the address, and everything like that. And then we can process your order. Yes, your customer will see that $99 fee at the bottom of their bill, but the ACP will also cover that. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Let me know.
thank you.
All right. So no more smart cards. We don't have to. So don't stress yourself out. And if it's not pulling up for you, don't stress it out. Just go straight to optics and get your sales. And I also wanted to mention, like, I know the iPads are giving a lot of issues. That's okay. So if you come up to any problem with your iPads, I would say just turn it off, turn it back on, log in, and then start your order over. You know, don't panic. Just if it's giving you any issues, close it out, open it back up again. Or if it's not too big of an issue, let's say you were doing the credit check, and then for some reason your customer took a long time to, you know, put in their information to get that credit check in, your page will time out and you're gonna get that black and white screen. It's not gonna load for you. So you can just log out, log in, or close your iPad, turn it back on, and then you should be good. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. And that's it for me this morning. Hope you guys have a great day.
Yes. Drop that fire in the chat, gang. Drop that fire in the chat. Any questions, drop it inside the chat. So we definitely have a question from Eugene. Eugene said he wasn't clear about something that Crystal said. What was it? I believe something about ACP not necessary with gigs. Not clear about that. All right. Crystal, would you like to clear that up? I'll piggyback off you.
I was saying that my customers not using ACP. So all my customers just going straight through. I'm not having to do ACPs, which is a good thing. So, you know, I don't have to send the link, or I don't have to double back on them and see if they applying the ACP code. So it's just straight in gigs with no ACP. That's all I was saying.
Powerful. Did that clear up your question, Eugene?
He's still on mute.
Yeah.
You on mute.
Happens to the best of us, King.
No, I did that. That's clear. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
We got you.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, that clarified it. But you said your customers don't need it. But the ACP does still apply. They can still get the discount from the ACP if they want it. Okay,
You can get
that's all.
Discount.
I thought it meant
the 500 and the gig, but I just don't have the ACP thing going on right now.
Yeah, you doing it your way, a whole boss way, huh? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, guys. Listen, I want to talk to you guys about some advantages, right, that you can give yourself. Obviously, knocking doors, you can give yourself the advantage. Why? Because you're at their home. What happens at their home is you get a chance to be around their kids. You get a chance to be around the dog. You get a chance to see that they're out owning and operating a business. You get a chance to see the Benz in the driveway, the Lexus in the driveway. All of these things give you the opportunity to be able to present and pitch the gig, right? They're talking to you about the fastest speed of internet. They're talking to you about the things that they absolutely need at the door, so you can actually make more money that way with the gig. Another good thing is that obviously, right, we never had to do a smart call with the gig. And before last November, guys, we never had an ACP to give a client. So it was full price. It was $89.99 for a gig, right? And we had no problem selling it. Let me just tell you, the company was still here. It was still a bridge to gap marketing, but that's all we had to do was sell it, right? Obviously, it was $59.99 if they wanted that 300 over 300. So don't forget that, guys. You don't have to do an ACP. You can actually sell these products. So with that being said, guys, let's move over. Let's give it up for Wallace, guys. What you putting down this morning, Wallace? Tiger.
Morning, everybody. Morning. I love these calls. One, you get to learn. Two, you get to see people. They faces start lighting up with the information. It's never been a dull moment on these calls where we're just like, this another call. It's like, look, they about to offer me something that I can make my day greater and better. All the time on these calls, I am locked in all the time. I make sure I put my best Tiger on in the morning for these calls, because it's important that we get this information so we can become successful. So with that being said, being successful, I have a quote, and then y'all know we got to go to church, right? If you're anybody who hasn't been on this call before, I love when we tell each other one thing and then tell ourselves the same thing, so that we can make sure that we are like a family. I want you to be the same way that I am. We're a family here. There's nothing that we hide from, nothing that we can't talk to each other about in the open. And this is the first, I can say, boss, whatever you want to call Quincy, the man, whatever you frame him, that we can talk to and reach. Like he not hiding from anything you guys want to throw at him. He's either next to you or he's on the phone call with you. And that's we have to keep that in mind when we doing things out here like that. He's reachable. And a lot of companies we work for, they're not reachable. They're not. Let's be honest about that. So with that being said, I got a quote about success. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success. Think about that. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success.
I do.
Crystal over there, her goal is 10 G's in a week. I'm already like, okay, let me see if I can get at least half that, and then if not more. Like I'm competing with myself and things out here, competition. Because at the end of the day, we make our own money, right? We can make, it's no cap. We can make $5,000 in a day if we push ourselves to. Think about that. In a day. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's ludicrous to think we can make that kind of money in a day. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I hope you got your neck warmed up. If you ain't been on these calls, you got to get yourself warm because we're going to go do our thing so we can get warmed up and get fired up, fire each other up and fire ourselves up. That's most importantly. So if you're new to the call, which I see a couple people, my man Ernest over there, I see you, my man, over there, and other people who haven't been on the call. So what I have this thing is we go to the left, then we go to the right, then we go down, and then we go up. But I have a phrase for us to say when we do those things. So we pumping each other up, then we pumping ourselves up in these calls. So with that being said, the phrase of today is, you determine your own success. I determine my own success. I'm going to repeat that. You determine your own success. I determine my own success. Think about that. That's powerful. You can determine your own success with this company. Think about that. Just take 1 second to think about that. You can determine your own success. That man over here to my left, he ain't stopping nobody. All he wants you to do, be successful. That's it. That's all he wants you to do. That's it. On a daily basis, be successful. So with that being said, we're going to turn to our neighbor on the left. If it's the screen, that's okay. Tell the screen what's up. You know what I'm saying? So when we're going to turn to the left and say, you determine your own success, I determine my own success.
You determine your own success, and I determine my own success.
You determine your own success, and I determine my own success.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
I determine my own success.
That's right. We're gonna go to our neighbor on the right hand side. If it's the screen, that's okay. Tell the screen you the same thing. You determine your own success. I determine my own success.
You determine
You determine your own success.
You determine your own success. I determine my own success.
Let them know. So we're gonna get a little louder because we're gonna go down. So if they underneath you, if you don't, if it's the screen, if it's the screen sharing participants, that's fine. Tell that chat what's up. So you determine your own success. I determine my own success.
You determine your own success.
I determine my own success.
That's right. Now we gonna blow the hinges off because everything in life we do, we say we praise the man upstairs, whatever you believe in. I don't knock no one's religion, but I always believe it comes down when you pray above, no matter what religion or what belief you believe in. So we're gonna get loud. This is the last one, and then my man go pass it to somebody else. So with that being said, we're gonna go up and we're gonna say you determine your own success. I determine
my success.
That's right, Ernest. Tell him, Ernest. Tell him. I hear you, Ernest, out there. You determine your own success with this company. If you want to make 10 G's in the week, guess what? You determine that. Not Quincy, not Anthony, not King Anthony, other Mr. King, Miss Charlene, nobody else. You determine those numbers if you want to achieve that. not nobody else. I'm not out here gonna be like, yeah, Crystal, I'm gonna just hand you $10,000. I'm not finna do that. She gonna come out here and say, let me show you how I can get $10,000 in a week. Let me show you. And then bingo, the magic happens, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm always excited for these calls. I like I always say, I love you guys. You know, we're always here to reach out, you know, all of us, Crystal, me, Darley, whoever, anybody, everybody's reachable. You know, knowledge is powerful, people. Knowledge is powerful. And the more knowledge we have, the better our success will be. Think about that. And the tiger out, baby. Y'all know the live this morning. Let's go.
Yes, guys, drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat. I'll give you a second or two. Right? Nothing does it like a positive affirmation, right? If you don't have one, get one. If you don't have one, get one. I saw a question in the chat. I want to get back to that real quick here. Maria asked Crystal, do you go door to door only? No. I'm sorry. Maria said, I've had a hard time selling gigs over here in PA because Xfinity is doing the gig for $45 while I'm offering them the gig for $59.99. I don't know if anyone else has encountered this issue, even though I tell them it's a shared network that after they rather pay less.
Hey, y'all, can I interrupt for a second? I found the installer. Look. It's
Great
part
job.
of the team. Yeah.
Cable splicer.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for joining the call. Let me ask
Hey,
you.
I was just here, got on it.
Oh, man. Listen, so while
Y'all
we got
doing a great
you know, I
job.
got to put you on the hot seat. I got to put you on.
Okay, baby.
Good. So listen, we do sales on this call, obviously. So we're responsible for setting the customer up with their installation date. Give us some advice from your end. I mean, because when you come in, you get a chance to meet our customers. Give us some advice. What's one thing that we can do better to assist you?
To assist us, when you do the installations, make sure they always home. They got to be home most of the time. Somehow they get somebody like, nah, you ain't got to be home. We be outside, but you know you got to be home. That's one.
Right on.
Two, a lot of times when the customers leave us, it's all about the pricing. I don't know where that goes wrong sometimes. But other than that, y'all do a good job because we busy.
Thank you, King. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice
My man said, keep me employed, people. Keep me employed.
The vibration is strong. You see what we attracting everything similar. That's crazy.
Because of you, King.
Oh yeah.
It's because of you.
My guy yesterday gave me a customer.
You guys heard that?
All right, you be safe out there. Thank you too, bro. I appreciate you a lot. That was decent.
Great job. Let me mute him right now so we can get control. Let me see here. Gang, very important, right, that we answer her question, Maria's question. So I want to hear from the general managers right now. Obviously, right? Crystal, what do you say to that?
Well, I haven't encountered that problem because everywhere that I have been that have Xfinity, they be dying to switch. Nobody, and they said their pricing is definitely higher. Their price has been like $119, $150. So nobody never saying, well, I don't want your gig because Xfinity is cheaper. All I keep getting is that Xfinity is higher. So I know with the internet and the cable, they say they're paying almost $300 with the home phone. When I break it down to them and what they're paying with us, it's like almost like $150, $170 or whatever, something like that. So, you know, they're switching. Nobody ever told me that Xfinity was cheaper. So this is the first time I'm hearing that price for a gig for Xfinity. I don't know if we have a price differentials over here and over there. I don't know, but I'm not having that trouble at all.
That $49, are they using the ACP to make it that? Because I know Xfinity runs the same prices as us, but with the same thing with the ACP, and that sounds like it doesn't have the auto pay. It might have it, but they're practically with the right. So what you could tell them, and because we are in a heavily populated Xfinity area down here in Virginia, like where me and Crystal both work, you have to do your research and knowledge on Xfinity. It's like we say, it's a shared network. You have to let them know within a block frame. Don't try to overtalk how our benefits are better than theirs. Because if it's the same price, nobody really does research on the internet. They'll just go, well, I just paid $50. Well, you could be paying $50 for a Lego set, and it ain't got no Legos in it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta hit them with something. You gotta do your research and hit them with something that wants to make them come to you. Like with anything we sell out here. You know what I'm saying? If you're selling t-shirts, you want to make sure your t-shirt better than the next, your quality better. Our quality is better than Xfinity if you do your research about it. The crazy part about this, that I have a pamphlet of information of how to combat those issues and saying when you compare the two things and how this benefits you. Xfinity is a shared network, and if a lot of times when they have Xfinity, that company raises the price because they figured there's no competition around it. And we get that a lot here in Virginia. They'd be like, well, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you paying $200? That's crazy. And Crystal runs into that too. But a lot of people don't realize the competition around them. So they like, man, I'm charging $90 this month. They ain't gonna know. They gotta pay it because their internet is in their building. I definitely send you the piece of the most of the information, ma'am, is Quincy put it out there in the chat. I got some of the information about FiOS and everything is better, but I'll resend it to you. I'll send it to you directly. I'll send it to you directly. But
that's definitely,
you gotta know your product. That's the key. You gotta know how you're better than them. And me coming from Xfinity, you know what I'm saying? So, just research it. But we're better than our quality is better.
Yeah. One of the things that Maria said, she said, I did mention already, but they rather it on price. So let me try to give you guys some ammunition based around this. And first and foremost, right, yes, it is the same pricing between PA and VA. A lot of the areas, though, it varies, right? Because you could be inside of an area that is only Xfinity, right? And then we just get there. By that time, they've had a monopoly. Yes, they have price gouged their actual customer. So again, it makes it a lot easier if you catch that type of customer, right? So watch out for that type of specific customer when we got new leads, right? And you can literally go to the door and it's like, hey, are you guys happy to see me at this point? And they're just like, yes, absolutely. Why? Because in the back of their mind, they know they haven't had a choice in a very long time. So good to go there. I want you guys to know, right, that Wallace came from Xfinity. When I met him, he was working at Xfinity. He is your Xfinity expert. Literally, he had a board. I'm talking about a cutout board. I'm talking about something that, you put together as a science project and you take it to school and get an A on it, right? He had it all sitting on the desk there. And when I met him, he was breaking it down for me. So he's your expert. Get with him inside the chat if you need any information about Xfinity. Now, let's get down to business, right? Because again, this is sales, guys. This is sales. And I just want you guys to know you either selling or you being sold, okay? You either selling or you being sold. So from the first time that you understand that you actually got a customer, I want you to understand something. You got to believe it first and foremost, right? I think that we got a belief issue because I tend to believe that, it's never about price. I know a lot of people going to argue with me, man, Q, I'm telling you, man, it was about price. It's all about price. It's never about price. Not if I'm solving a problem. Money doesn't matter if you're going to get your problem solved. You and I know, Maria, we got kids, right? You know what it's like when you come home and your kids is talking about the internet is slow. You do not want to hear that. Not after you've been out hard working all day, right? By the way, one of the first things you're going to do is give me the fastest speed of internet. I don't necessarily care what it costs. That's one bill that I got to pay because it solves my problem. So first and foremost, right, I want to ask you something, Maria. Would you pay for Verizon if you had the opportunity to get Xfinity for cheaper? You personally, just be honest with me.
I have Verizon at home.
Very good. So you would have made the choice. Am I right? Maria, we can't hear you. Yes, absolutely. First and foremost, guys, I want you to start right there. obviously. Now, if you know that you are giving the customer the better option, that's first and foremost. Why? Because customers, it's very hard to lie to people's face, just so you guys understand something, right? I mean, you could try to lie to somebody's face, but they always feel it. Just know that, right? You may think you're getting away with lying to them, but they always feel it. So first and foremost, you got to understand exactly the fact that you are helping them solve a problem. Right now, I tend to think that when you're dealing with that type of customer, you have to stop and you got to ask a few more questions, just a few more questions, right? And write this down, right? I want you to ask, say, listen, oh, you have Xfinity. How are they treating you? This is non-aggressive, right? But I promise you, it's going to get your point across. How are they treating you? What are you listening for? You're listening for any attitude of indifference. You're listening for your customer to say, it's all right. What do you mean it's all right? You can't say that to me. You're talking to a shark again. Remember, guys, you guys are sharks. You guys present this product. Nobody does it better. You just heard it from a technician live that was not planned. Man, you guys are doing a great job. We busy. Keep up the good work. That's what he just said. We're not failing here. We're winning, right? So with that being said, right, first and foremost, always make sure you ask more questions. One question to ask is how we treat you. Once that, what you're listening for is an attitude of indifference, right? Anytime they say anything of the sort, you just let them know, like, okay, great. It sounds like it could be better. Because I'm always going to agree with my customers. So the first thing you hear me do is agree really quickly. And then at that point, okay, well, it sounds like it could be better. Well, let me ask you, do you guys use a lot of internet service inside of your home? Write that question down. It goes by quick. It doesn't take long, right? Do you guys use a lot of internet in your home? Yeah. I got kids. I run a business. Yeah. I got all my TVs running on internet. When they start beating on their chest like King Kong and they start feeling like, yeah, man, of course. I got all the internet, man. I got the fastest speed. I got the gig with Xfinity, man. I'm doing good, right? This is a good space that you're putting them in right now, right? Because you look like a quality type of person. And I can obviously see that. Let me ask you, if we're actually able to get you a faster speed of internet, right? For about the same price, would that help you out? I hope you're writing this down, Maria. Because what you want to do is you want the customer to make the decision, not you. I want you guys to understand something. You guys cannot make the decision for your clients. They have to make the decision for themselves. If not, they're going to cancel anyway. Some people don't know how to say no. So they just go with whatever you want. Like, yeah, and then they try to weasel out. That's why when you get on the phone with the call center, you're upset because the client is actually trying to, he didn't really want to do that. She didn't really want to do that. It's like, well, I got to go. How long is this going to take? Oh, man, y'all taking too long. I had my customer just left. That's how you get there, right? This is the gig that we're talking about. If the client already has a gig and you're selling them a 300 over 300, I just want you to know you are missing out on money because it wasn't about price. It's about the fact that you don't have the tools to get the job done, right? And simply put, ask more questions. You will come off as very knowledgeable. You will come off as the more experienced sales component at that time. You will come off like Verizon. We know Verizon isn't cheap. Don't ever come to Verizon thinking that we're the cheaper solution. They don't even buy that. Your client don't buy it, just so you understand. They're not going for it. They're looking at you like, what, Verizon cheap? Yeah, right. So you might as well just tell them up front, absolutely, we are not the cheapest solution. I'm gonna tell you something. I know I've never seen Verizon give anything away for free. You know what I'm saying? Like you lean in and whisper to them, let them know like, hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm on your side. I'm not even a salesman right now. I'm on your side. Right? And then at that point, they will come to you. They'll say, yeah, you're right, but Verizon is the best though. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly why I want to get you taken care of. So at this point right here, first and foremost, let me make sure that I waive this installation fee for you. And we know we don't have an installation fee on the gig, but let's give them something. Let's give them something. People love to get something. All right, gang. Any other questions on that?
Like what you said, Quincy, about telling them like you giving them something. When I'm on the tablet, I show them all the fees that are waived, and I make it personal. Like, you know, I did it. You know, like, you know, I'm about to give you Disney Plus for 6 months free. Look at it, fee waived. So I go down the list of all the fees that's waived, and I'm like, this is what I'm doing for you. For real? You doing that for me? Yeah, I'm doing this for you. So I make it personal, like I'm doing something. So they be hyped about the little free stuff that they gonna get. And I'm gonna give you HBO for 7 days. You like HBO? Yeah, I like HBO. I'm gonna let you get it for 7 days. So they, you know, I get personal with the customers. I just sat there and ate dinner the other night with customers. But yeah, it's you can definitely make the money. And you can definitely make it. You on mute too, Quincy.
No, listen, I want you guys to understand something. She is not joking. She sat down and ate dinner with a customer. She called me with the plate of food in front of her, right? You guys are lucky right now that I can't airdrop it right now because for some reason it's not airdropping. But I will be right on time right now and I will show you guys the picture because I screenshotted it, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't suggest that you guys eat at any customer's house, by the way. But, you know, she did make sure that the cook hands was clean. I heard her say this, right? You know what I'm saying? She did make sure that that the cook wasn't trying to poison her. And then I told her, so everybody could hear on there. I'm like, hey, listen, just in case we don't hear from you, I just pinged your location so that I know the last location I just heard from you at, right? I'll send the cops right out to you. You know, that's a joke, guys, but obviously, right, our job is vital and important. People are so grateful for us. We do not have to cheapen ourselves or this product. It's not about price, King. It's not about price. Just for the service that you guys provide is worth it. The convenience that we are. Sometimes, man, we outside of Family Dollar. Sometimes we outside of Food Lion. Sometimes we outside of ShopRite. Sometimes we outside the welfare office. Sometimes we at their door. Man, how much more convenient do you want me to be for you? We at Walmart for you. Where we? Come on, man. Not for nothing, but you owe me. Don't get to talking to me like you expect me to be cheap now. I done brought this thing all the way to you. You know what I'm saying? So it don't surprise me that they offer you something to eat. It don't surprise me that they offer. It doesn't mean you have to take it. I'm just telling you, right? Obviously. But the point is that it doesn't surprise me. Let's not cheapen ourselves or this product. Great job. Anything else? Any other questions, gang?
No, I do say, Quincy, that's funny. I do be like, y'all know Verizon is bougie. You know, they never gave nothing free. Think about that. And they be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I like your hat. Sometimes they say, but you're right. I'm like, Verizon is bougie. Think about a year ago. And they be like, yo, that's crazy. And I'd be like, think about it. This is a bougie network. It's bougie.
I have one last question, right? I noticed that the deals change and they have the Walmart +3. And the customers ask me, what's Walmart +3? And I'm like, I guess you get Walmart, you know, for 3 months, or they some kind of discount, but I'm not really well informed on this Walmart +3 deal. So what am I supposed to tell the customer? How do I explain to them what the Walmart +3 is?
Great question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I know some others on this call are asking the same thing. First and foremost, Maria, you sound like you back. You sound
Yes,
like you back.
I'm back.
Yeah, Maria.
No, I don't think y'all understand what Maria can do here. Y'all haven't seen Maria yet. Y'all gonna see Maria now. She said she back. Y'all haven't seen Maria. Y'all haven't seen the 10, the 12s, the 15s yet. Watch this. She's bilingual. You understand what I'm saying to you? Watch this. All right. So I want the GMs to take that.
So the Walmart Plus thing is they get Paramount, they get free deliveries, they get free shipping on orders and stuff like that. It's like an Amazon card within Walmart. That's basic what the whole basic is. It's like Amazon and Walmart. So if they have like a sale and for the store, you're a part of that store now. So if they got some kind of secret sale going on or something like a blowout that they do sometimes, or sometimes around the holidays, I know they got rid of the what do you call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. The where you can like pay monthly for something and get it at Christmas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I forget. And you could be a part of that and get those benefits from that. So you could get your stuff like, hey, I want to put layaway. Bingo, they got rid of layaway. So you can be a part of the layaway crew that they don't normally put out there now from some reason. You could be a part of that. You're officially a Walmart member. So whatever the people in Walmart getting that works there, you get the same benefits and more. So it's basically that's what it is. Amazon at Walmart. That's what it is.
Eugene said thought it was just free delivery. Thank you for clarifying that.
Nope, you get Paramount.
I just want to say something. Excuse me.
Yes.
What is Paramount? You said Paramount. What is Paramount?
It's like HBO Plus, Cinemax, Disney Plus. It's another app. It's another app. They have a lot of good movies on Paramount, to believe it or not. It's like
they have access to that because they get Walmart Plus.
Yeah, video streaming with Paramount. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they get a
Good
lot.
morning, guys. So you also get early access. So like Black Friday, their deals, you get early access to that. If they got like PlayStation 5s dropping at 3:00 on Tuesday, you get it at 12:00 before everybody else get it because you pay that $12.95, which is actually, if you get in there for free for 6 months, you got access to the early access drops. That's all it is.
And then with the gigs, man, the benefits are crazy with the gigs. If y'all read that thing on the gigs with the Walmart, you get 12 months of that. 12. So from here until next year, think about that. All the little holidays that's coming up.
So they need to have the Walmart app. Like if they have to have the Walmart app to have access to these benefits.
No, you just gotta have an account. If you shop at Walmart online and you want the early access and the free delivery, you just need to have an account. You should have an account if you're shopping it anywhere, but online. So all you got to do is have an account. You don't necessarily have to download the app and all that. I got 85,000 apps on my phone. I'm not downloading another app. It's ridiculous.
So they basically have to be a Walmart shopper online, right? They can't just go into the store. And
I believe there's perks to it in the store, but a lot of the hot, like, how some gamers is hot games coming out. So you get early access to that online because nowadays they not selling that stuff in store. You can't pick it up in the store. It's got to be shipped to you.
Okay. Who is
so if
Hey.
Sounds good.
And
my face swollen. So yeah.
And think about this, guys. It's a $13 a month benefit that they're getting free.
Good to know.
And say that again. You said is a how much benefit you're getting free?
It's a $13 a month benefit that they're getting all that stuff free, especially when they get the gig. The gigabytes give them 12 months of all the things that they dream about doing in Walmart.
All right. I appreciate all the information, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. That's good to know. I think I can use that selling today that hey, you can get free grocery delivery. That's a pretty good one.
Absolutely. Great job. Something else that you guys may not know or notice, right, is that Amazon and Walmart don't like each other. They're never going to be at the same place at the same time. I was at Walmart the other day. I couldn't even use my Apple Pay. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so used to just tapping my phone to pay for things, and Walmart don't even have that feature. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're behind. I say that to you guys because if you guys remember, we went from selling Amazon Prime, right, to having a year free of that to now doing the Walmarts. So they're definitely competing for market share. If you guys have pulled up to a Walmart lately, you see people, delivery drivers now. You know what I'm saying? Just like they can download an app and become an independent delivery driver for Walmart, where they'll drive people grocery to their house. They're definitely in heavy competition. They need us to lay it on thick, right? They give us credit for things like just making sure that we make the sales, right? Then they ask us for feedback on how the promotion actually is doing. Now, I'm not saying this because I think that you guys should press harder because of this, but I will say this. When it comes down to promotions, you want to know what your promotions are because you never know. Walmart has some fanatics, man. You got some people that live and die behind Walmart, right? So if you're actually able to break that down, I promise you, you're going to gain a lot more with your client. Sometimes, again, that may just be a deal breaker. That might make or break your deal. So good job there. Great job, guys. What other questions do we have? What other questions do we have? Hold up. They also offer gas and into your home and free shipping to your home. Yep. Auto pay. Yeah, it's crazy how they don't do that for real. What other questions you guys got, gang? All right. So in closing, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that you guys know something. How many of you guys have been with us since last year? How many of you guys have been with us since last year? Anthony King, you was with us last year. Maria, you was with us last year. Crystal, you was with us last year. Joseph, of course, you've been here, right? Matter of fact, you got an anniversary coming up soon. Joseph about to make 1 year here with the game. Matter of fact, I think he less than 30 days away from his year. Woo.
Let's go, Joseph.
Yeah.
Question, did Dudley go?
No, Deli. I don't even see Deli on this call. I don't even see Dudley on this call. All right.
He's out sick. He's not feeling well this morning.
Okay. Now, let me see here. How many I know? Kimberly was with us last year. Kimberly, you're always so quiet, but it's okay because I'm always going to shout you out anyway. So, you know, even without your camera on, I'm going to make you sick about it. Who else was here last year? No. That was it. Okay. So if you was here last year with us, then you have a CPNI training to do. So what I want to do, right, is I want to share my screen with you guys and I want to show you guys how to actually get to that CPNI training. You guys might say, well, what is a CPI training? That is where you got proprietary information from your client and they want to make sure that we're not sharing any of this stuff, right? You know, like the last four of the social, not, you know, like the date of birth, like, you know, phone number is CPNI. Emails is CPNI. You know, we don't share this type of stuff. We use it only to get the customer their actual product. So with that being said, let me share my screen with you guys and we'll get to it. Maybe you guys already know how to do this. I still just want to reinforce it and make sure that you guys know. Give me a second here while I log in. Any questions on what we need to do as far as this CPNI training while I get this open and show you guys and give you guys a visual?
Yes. Is there any way we could come up with something like a hub that got all the information and monthly promotions that we could just go to?
Yes, sir. We already have it. I want you right now, real quick, right? I want you to go to Telegram. I want you to click on the top. I want you to go to where it says file. I want you to scroll down to where it says Q1 promotions, because we're still in quarter 1, right? We haven't gotten quarter 2 promotions. It's actually, we're about to start quarter 2. Okay, we'll go over that in just a second, right? If you can't find it and bring it up, we'll go over that in just a second. Right now, what I want to do is I want to share my screen with you and show you guys how to pull up your VZ Learn, right? And anytime you need to do a VZ Learn, or by the way, if you just want some additional information, right? The real winners, the real overachievers are going to find a way to find their information, and you can always find your information here as well. So this is just another tool that you can use. So obviously, once you log in, the screen will look like this. Then you go here to where it says more. Okay. Once you go here, you want to go over here to where it says quick links. Then you go over here where it says most used, and you can click on VZ Learn. All right, gang. And then at this point here, you have a lot of current courses. Now, obviously, some may say overdue. We didn't necessarily have to take them. Some of these courses actually put our IDs in jeopardy. So I just want you guys to remind yourself that, right? Some of these IDs put us in jeopardy. So with that being said here, which one are we looking for? Nationwide online training, direct version, not that one. ACP and Verizon fast forward together. This is a good one that everybody should take, right? Why? It's just additional information here. Put you in the game. What we're looking for right now is the CPNI indirect. Let's take a look here. And indirect, did we already take it? Let me see here. Give me 1 second, gang, and I'll pull this up for us. Any questions so far on what I'm going over?
How do you abbreviate it? I know I did it before with Talia and the group, but what is it again, the abbreviations for it?
Absolutely. So the abbreviations for it is CPNI training. So you see this one right here. This is CPNI. This is non-employees here. But we're looking for indirect, or maybe let me see here. I want to make sure that we get this right. But is that what you were thinking of? That was the abbreviation that you would?
Yes, the CPNI. So it's training indirect, you said?
No, you said, what does it mean? Okay.
Oh, no. Like, I just wanted the name. So when I go into more and quick links and then look for VZ Learn, I can find it real easy.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to pull it up for you right now here. Let me make sure of it. I thought it was going to pull right up, so I didn't have to actually look back at any emails or anything, but I want to pull it up. Yes, CPNI Annual Training 2023 Indirect. So here's what we're going to do here. I'm going to type it up here inside of a search menu. Well, let me see here. Maybe it's on this side. Let's see. Let's go back to my learning. Then I'm going to search for learning. I'm going to put CPNI up here. And right here, you see where it says CPNI Annual Training for Indirect 2023. Then it comes up here. I can view it, and then I can enroll. Okay. So already completed, but if I wanted to, I can go back and enroll again here and click on CPNI training, and it will start my training. All right, gang. It shows that it takes only about 15 minutes. I've noticed something with these VZ Learn courses, though. If it say 15 minutes, you can do it in 7. Right? It just means that you can get it done quicker than what they're actually telling you. All right, gang. So any questions around the CPNI training? Any questions? If you've been here since last year, obviously, then you still need to take this course. If for any reason you see your IDs are deactivated, don't wait on this, by the way. Don't actually get to this point. But if for any reason you see your ID is deactivated, it'll be because we did not take the CPNI training. All right, so just so you guys know. Now, if you guys got any questions, drop that inside the chat. Now, the last thing that we'll go over this morning is Anthony King asked something very special. He said, is there any way that we can actually get a breakdown of all of the promotions? And I want to make sure that we see that right now. So everybody has the opportunity. Everybody on this call absolutely has access to what's called Telegram, our virtual office. When you go inside of our virtual office there, you want to make sure, let me see here. You want to go here, and you see right here where it shows me, I can click on it. Everybody should be able to go here to files. You guys see where I'm clicking? When I click on files here, there is all the information. If you want to see the Verizon Residential Training Manual, right? You can pull that up, which has a lot of information on it. If you want the BTG newsletter, you can pull that back up. If you want the account manager overview, right? So that you just understand what this position is all about, it's right here, right? Let's keep going.
I'm sorry, you lost me. Are we going over the Telegram question? Because we're seeing the screen for the CPNI annual training.
Oh my God. Thank you very much. Maria, listen, let me ask you something. How you guys gonna let me get that far in the presentation? Right? Who was gonna speak up?
I'm sorry, I was already on the what I was looking for, the files or whatever. I was already on Telegram.
Thank you, Maria. All right, cool. If you got it already, I'm going over this for everybody else then. So we go to Bridge the Gap Marketing, we go inside the chat here, we click on the top, you know, at the top where it tells us how many members and how many online, right? You can click on the logo. And once you do it, it'll bring you to this page, even on your phone. And then you want to click on files. And when you click on files now, you have you have everything here, right? All the training manuals, all the tools that you need, right? To be successful here. So obviously, like that's the residential training manual, which you can pull that up, get yourself some information there, the account manager overview. Obviously, you have the leaders bulletin, which drops each and every day, right? Here, right, is the FIOS Fast Start. This is Q1, Q1. These are all the job offers. So let's pull that up there. Bingo. All right. So, and this goes over all the promotions. So you get a chance to get it to list all the lead offers. So I think it was Tiger who spoke about the gig, all the promotions. Yes, you guys get Walmart Plus for 12 months, right? That's a value there. It's value savings of $150.
Well, so we can't see that.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. How about now?
Good to go.
All right. Thank you, guys. So what I did was I just pulled it up right out of Telegram here so you can see all the offers, because that was a great question. And thank you for asking it, Anthony, right? But you guys have the tools right here. Here's the list of all the promotions. You know, I think it was last week I was inside the office and someone said, man, you know, sometimes they give away a free month of service, a free month of internet. I'm like, yeah, that's actually the promotion, right? But again, this is something that we can print out, go over this inside of your offices, GMs, and make sure that your agents know. Any questions? Any questions? All right, gang, you guys know what I like to say. Your silence is golden. Thank you for joining. For all the rest of you guys who did not join this morning, make sure that you guys watch this back on the playback and just know that you missed out on an amazing call. Let's get it, gang. Guys, keep kicking ass and taking names. I'll speak to you guys later.
Rock.